This is Five Nights at Candy's 2, but better. Another remastered version of the Five Nights at Candy's series, like FNAC 1 but better from last video. Basically, these games shake up the formula of their original counterparts by adding mechanics, changing mechanics, and even adding new animatronics, such as Old Candy, who wasn't in the original Five Nights at Candy's 2. Now, despite the name Candy's, he won't be making an appearance at all here, because right now we're specifically focusing on the Nightmare mode. Rat and Cat Theater faulty equipment. Except Nightmare mode here is in pretty hefty quotation marks, since it's not even the hardest mode in the game, which might be slightly concerning, all things considered. What? According to the official max mode list, it's closer in difficulty to the 50/20 mode than any other mainline max mode. Again, concerning, so how do I beat this? Well, let's get into the night here. FNAC 2's main mechanic is the phones. Similar to FNAF 3, the phones are used to lure baddies away from your hallway. In this night, there's two of them, Rat and Cat, both of which can get into your hall, but Rat is definitely the most common there. Rat can spawn on either the left or right side of the hallway, which you can check by taking pictures of him? I don't know, I forgot the lore, but it's very annoying. Now, here are the cameras. 6 cams in total, 3 on either side, each with one phone, which will be important later. Depending on which side Rat, or I guess Cat, is at, you ring one of the phones on the cams at the corresponding side. Just like so. Oh, what? Whatever, it's simple enough most of the time, but that's of course not the only thing. Most of the time, Cat will be banging on vents in one of the cameras on the side that you hear the banging at. Apparently, Cat has social anxiety, so calling the phone in his room will make him skedaddle faster than Springtrap in aggressive Nightmare mode, thus preventing him from entering the vent and absolutely annihilating you. Oh man. Okay, man. Not enough torture yet. Rat needs another mechanic. On top of the hallway stuff, Rat may occasionally block off cams, Phantom BB style. Man, these FNAF 3 callbacks are actually going crazy. But unlike Phantom BB, he doesn't go away after switching cams one time. He only leaves after 3 cam switches, and if you stare at him for too long without switching, he temporarily breaks your camera system, which in this mode basically means death. No! Like, fuck, man! That's the micromanaging part, bro. That's the fucking micromanaging part that I'm just never good at and never have been good at. In fact, that's been the bane of my existence in pretty much every game I've ever played. TS simply PMO. That is essentially it for Rat and Cat's mechanics, so let's see how I fare in this challenge. Yo. Low-key kinda goated. Oh my god. Like, I got lost in the sauce there for a bit near the end, but my god. I'm sure I just baited someone with that, but this was without faulty equipment. One of the challenges in faulty equipment is that it makes you start with 2 cameras permanently broken, one on either side, not too dissimilar from the audio-only cam in FNAF 1. Now, the broken cams are actually not that bad in and of themselves. The phones still work, so luring Rat or Cat from the hallway is still an option in them. Even when Cat spawns in one of the broken cams, it's just process of elimination. If he's not in either one of the visible cameras on the side that he's at, he's in the broken one. The most important downside about the broken cams is that it takes longer to find Cat, which can pose an issue, especially in combination with the Phantom BB Rat mechanic. Like, it was this fucking room, like it was the same room. I just like, for some reason went brain off, completely brain dead. Can't see the cat on the camera. It's probably because it's fucking off, man. Like, come on, dude. But even that wouldn't be that much worse from normal Rat and Cat Theater. What makes faulty equipment so hard is the phone repairing. You see, normally phones only need repairs when they've been ringing for a good while. Usually only in a cycle where Rat is on the same side as where Cat is banging, meaning you can call the room Cat is in, leave the phone ringing, and lure Rat in the same call. That's when it needs repairs, signified by this exclamation mark. Faulty equipment makes it so that phones need repairs after every single use, no matter how long it may be. So any scenario where you can't knock out Rat and Cat in the same call requires an extra phone repair. Usually this would put me only slightly behind on phone repairs, but sometimes there'd be situations like What even is this? Even the usual of being only slightly behind can still get me in trouble with Cat. If he just so happens to spawn in a camera with an unrepaired phone, there just isn't enough time to repair it. Yo, I'm cooked. Like, why do you have to show up on that 1 out of 3 bucked up camera? Do this night with 6 IRL hours? You'd never see me again. Oh, and faulty equipment makes Phantom BB Rat's temporary cam breakage permanent. Not that that really matters, you wouldn't be able to salvage that anyway, but it is a part of it. And that was basically it, at least for the first stream, where after about an hour and a half of attempts, I moved on to a very niche, very work-in-progress FNAF fan game called Among the Light, before eventually ending stream. At the start of the second stream, or I guess the third since I spent one stream just practicing the game, not a lot changed. I kept dying. What? And dying. And dying. Which means now's about the time I get into the cycle of this night. Right now, chat, I would say my desire to just like get out of this game is warring so hard with my desire to beat it today. It's actually crazy. When it comes to Rat and Cat Theater faulty equipment, there's a few principles you have to follow. Principles that throughout my third stream on this game, I was slowly beginning to pick up on. The first is alternating between who you're dealing with. The night starts with Cat banging away at a vent, which is the first thing you deal with. Then the next thing should be Rat. Then if Cat gets into the hallway, which always happens when you're dealing with Rat, you finish dealing with Rat, then go on to luring Cat, then back to Rat, regardless of the banging throwing you off, because that's something I've died to a lot. Yeah. Second thing, never turn off the phone you're countering Cat with without knowing where Rat is in the hall. If you're countering Cat on a left side camera and Rat is on the left side of the hallway, leave that phone ringing until Rat also leaves, 2-for-1 combo deal style. This helps out significantly with phone repairs since you don't have to call twice on one side this way. Speaking of repairs, wait for the repair button to come up before closing cams. So, like, I should always be repairing something, essentially. There should never be a moment where I'm not repairing something. Unless there's nothing to repair, you know, like this situation. There's never really a reason to not be repairing a phone. So this, combined with efficiently dealing with Rat when possible, should make sure you're never behind on phone repairs, which essentially solves the biggest problem about this night and should get you the dub. But besides the occasional mistake with Phantom BB Rat, there was one more thing I was constantly tripping up on. So I'm gonna put this in the video when I make it. Editor Wesselos, I want you to tell the viewers how many frames or how many milliseconds or whatever. Just put up a timer or something and tell me how fucking diabolically close that was. Because the moment I start the call is the moment that they can no longer kill me. How the fuck could I have possibly been faster than that? Come on, dude. I don't need a timer to know that that was ridiculously fast. It takes mere moments from the point where I spot Cat in the hallway for him to kill me. Even lowering the camera to know that he's there in the first place already feels too long at times. I fucking knew it. Like, I knew some, like, hot, steaming bullshit's about to fuck me over, and it did happen. It happened. I'm like Riley level predictions on this. I predicted my own death in my head. But then, what if you just don't check? What if there's a way to know that Cat is in the hallway without needing to waste time whipping out the old cameo on him? Well, there actually is, and this is actually something someone in my chat called FT2's discovered. Due to the obnoxious speed that 20AI puts Cat at, he should start another sweet banging session by the time you've lured Rat out of the hall. Meaning that if you don't hear banging when Rat pulls out of the hall, Cat is definitely there. Meaning you just have to immediately ring the other side and always be on time.
time. Now, this really only works if you're luring Rat to a functional camera where you can see the exact moment he's out of the hallway. When it's a broken camera, check the hallway until you know Cat is there and either have enough playtime on this mode to straight up predict when Rat leaves the hall, or honestly, just be slightly faster with luring Rat in the first place. And that should finally secure you the dub. Unless you're tired.
My commentary is also starting to buckle because I'm tired. Simply, like my brain, it's not like I'm necessarily feeling sleepy or anything, but it seems like my brain is just generally slower than it would otherwise be. Like,
The amount of sloppy mistakes I was making was actually downright diabolical, and my chat interactions were, let's just say, not the most amazing support at times.
Can we goon to you in the maid dress? Fuck, those are bits.
You ain't beating TS.
One tarnation. That's a bit mean. Oh my god, Kia, you're such a jokester. Ha ha ha. It's because he donated the bits that you said that, isn't it? It's a bit mean. Holy shit. Everybody, give W's in the chat for that. Westbro, why are you still here? Just like win on God, for real, for real? Why don't I just get into a VC with you, am I right? Yeah, get in one, please. No. Anything but getting in a VC. I did a stream with you yesterday, dog. Put the VC in the bag. I think you should just try again, but this time you should try. Yeah, the thing is, I'm currently not in the mood for rage bait. Like, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Simply please stop the rage bait. Free me.
Despite the semi-liquid state of my brain and the rage bait that just didn't stop, I kept going this stream. Because I wanted to beat this, and I wanted it now. Meaning that if you don't hear banging when Rat pulls out of the hall, Cat is definitely there. Then if Cat gets into the hallway, you finish dealing with Rat, then go on to luring Cat, then back to Rat. Leave that phone ringing until Rat also leaves. That's the fucking micromanaging part that I'm just never good at and never have been good at.
Yo, genuinely, just take one of these. Oh my god. Holy shit, these guys suck so fucking bad. Dude, the cycles that they were getting into were pissing me off so bad. Oh, Jesus Christ, let's go.
As always, everything here was streamed live on my Twitch, link to that down below. At the time of writing this, I'm in the process of streaming Five Nights at Candy's 3 But Better, which is a lot harder than 1 and 2. I'll most likely go back to 1 and 2 sometime as well. Possibly when this video comes out, I'll be streaming one of these 3 games, so again, link down below. Just to take a quick gander to see if you can join me for another happy round of suffering.
But you're there! Why? How? I've gotten to this point so many fucking times!